Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the part 2 of the lecture video about hyperbola. So in part 1, I've already discussed to you about the standard form of the equation of a hyperbola with vertical transverse axis and horizontal transverse axis. Now I am going to discuss to you the general form of the equation of a hyperbola. Ano po, general form na tayo with a horizontal transverse axis and vertical transverse axis. And I am also going to explain how are you going to rewrite from standard form of the equation to general form of the equation and vice versa. And uh, at the end of this, I am going to present to you, or I am going to have an example about situational problems involving hyperbola. Okay, so what is the general form of the equation of a hyperbola with a horizontal transverse axis? So that is ax squared minus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0, where a is equal to b squared, c is equal to a squared, d is equal to negative 2b squared h, e is equal to 2a squared k, and f is equal to b squared h squared minus a squared k squared minus a squared b squared. So a hyperbola naman with a vertical transverse axis will have an equation in general form as ax squared minus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0, where a is equal to a squared, c is equal to b squared, d is equal to negative 2a squared h, e is equal to 2b squared k, and f is equal to a squared times h squared minus b squared times k squared minus a squared times b squared. So if you can observe, there are no difference between the general form of the equation of a hyperbola with horizontal transverse axis and vertical transverse axis. So they were just the same, but nag-differ lang sila dito sa um, coefficient, numerical coefficient, which is the A, C, D, E, and F. So, kung paano natin hahanapin yung values ng A, C, D, E, and F. Diyan lang sila nagdi-differ. Okay, so you need to take note of this. Ano po, because you will be needing this one when you are rewriting from standard form of the equation to general form of the equation. Now, let's have an example for that. Okay, for example number 5, rewrite the equation of the hyperbola quantity x minus the quantity x minus 1 squared all over 25 minus the quantity y plus 2 squared all over 4 equals 1 in general form. So we all know that this is in standard form already. Okay? And then we are going to convert it to general form. So, pinresent ko na sa inyo kanina the general form of the equation of a hyperbola with a horizontal transverse axis, since the standard form is in horizontal transverse axis. So, that is ax squared minus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. So, same with other conic sections, meron din pong dalawang method on how you are going to find the general form of the equation. So, merong dalawang method. Method A is to expand the binomial. Ano po? Expand the binomial, multiply it by the LCD, then simplify. And the method 2 is by using the values A, C, D, E, and F. Okay, so let's start with method 1 or method A. For method A, we are going to expand the binomial and multiply the LCD, then simplify. So, of course, we need to find the LCD first. Okay? So, our denominators are 25 and 4. So, we need to find the LCD. What is the LCM of 25 and 4? So, note that the LCM of 25 and 4 is 100. So, therefore, the LCD is also 100. Okay? Then, after that, we are going to or you are going to multiply the LCD both sides. So we have the quantity x minus 1 squared all over 25 minus the quantity y plus 2 squared all over 4 equals 1. So we are going to multiply both sides by the LCD. Okay, multiply both sides by the LCD, which is 100. And then, let's simplify. Ano po? So, 25 divided by 100. 25 divided by 100 is 4. So, we have 4. Next, i-expand natin tong binomial. So, x minus 1 squared is x squared minus 2x plus 1 minus 100 divided by 4. Next, 100 divided by 4 is 25. So, let's put 25 here. Times, we are going to expand y plus 2 squared. Y plus 2 squared is y squared plus 4y plus 4. Next, multiply 100 times 1 is of course 100. Okay? Since general form siya, so dapat dito sa may right side, that is equal to 0. Ano? So we are going to transpose 100 here on the left side. Ta-transpose natin yun dito para dito sa right side, 0 na yan. Okay? And then, we're going to apply distributive property now. So, i-multiply lang natin each by 4. And multiply mo din to by 25. Each by 25. That is distributive property. So, 4 times x squared is 4x squared. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8x. And 4 times 1 is positive 4. Minus, we have negative 25 times y squared. So, don't forget the sign ano po. So, we have negative 25y squared. Next, negative 25 times 4. So, that is negative 100. 100y. And then, negative 25 times 4 is equal to negative 100. And then, itong 100 dito sa may right side, tinranspose natin. So, magiging na siyang negative 100 equals 0. And then, combine like terms. Let's just combine the like terms. So, 4x squared, wala naman siyang like term. So, just copy 4x squared. Okay? So, since in the general form, nauuna ang x squared, so yan yung uunahin natin dyan. Sunod, yung may y squared. So, alin yung may y squared? We have negative minus 25y squared. Next, we have x, 'di ba? So, minus, ito yan. Wala naman ibang may x dyan, 'di ba? So, just copy, negative 8x. And then, next is ey. Sorry. Next is ey. So, we have y here. So, minus 100y. And then, yung constant numbers. So, yan yung i-combine natin. So, we have 4 minus 100 minus 100. 4 minus 100 minus 100. So, that is equal to negative 196 equals 0. So, that's it. So, wala na tayong ibang isi-simplify. And then, as you can see, naka-general form na siya. So, this one is the final answer. So, therefore, the general form of the equation is 4x squared minus 25y squared minus 8x minus 100y minus 196 is equal to 0. That is for method A or method 1. Okay, so let's try naman method B. Okay, so in method B, we are going to make use of the values A, C, D, E, and F. So, hahanapin daw natin yung value ng A, C, D, E, and F. Ano po? Okay, so let us first find the value of A. Okay, A is equal to B squared. So we all know that in the standard form of the equation, um, given na yung B squared. So ang B squared natin dito is 4. So therefore, A is equal to 4. C is equal to A squared. Okay? We all know that A squared was also given in the standard form, which is 25. So C is equal to 25. And then, to find D, we're going to substitute. Ano po? So, negative 2 times our B squared is 4. And H is, so here we all know that the HK is equal to, our HK here is equal to 1, positive 1, and negative 2. Okay? So H times H, so that is 1. Simplify, negative 2 times 4, or 4 times 1 is 4. Okay? 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. That's the value of D. For the value of E naman, we have equal to 2 times A squared times K. So 2 times our A squared is 25. Our K is negative 2. And then, simplify lang natin. Multiply lang natin yung lahat. Okay, so we have 25 times negative 2 times 2. So that is 100. I mean, negative 100. Since may negative tayo dito na 2. So the E is equal to negative 100. And for the F naman, that is equal to B squared is 4 times H squared. So 1 squared minus A squared is 25. A squared is 25. And K squared is negative 2 squared minus A squared is 25 and B squared is 4. Okay, so let's simplify. 1 squared is 1, right? So 4 times 1 is 4 minus 25, 25, negative 2 squared is positive 4. So negative 25 times 4 is negative 100 minus 25 times 4 is also 100. So 4 minus 100 minus 100. So F is equal to 100, negative 196. Okay, by using calculator, you can compute this one. You can use calculator as well. So now, we're just going to substitute. Ano po? So our A is 4. So therefore, we have 4 x squared minus, since this is subtraction, our C is 25. Diba? So 25 y squared. Next, our D is equal to negative 8. So minus 8x. And then our E is negative 100. So minus 100y. And then our F is negative 196. So minus 196. So that is equal to 0. Okay, so do we have the same answer? 4x squared minus 25y squared minus 8x minus 100y minus 196. Let's check if we have the same answer. Okay. So as you can see, we come up with the same answer. So, ibig sabihin, you can, when finding the, when rewriting from standard form of the equation to general form of the equation, you can use two methods. Okay? Either method A you're going to expand the binomial and then simplify it. Ano po, expand mo yung binomial, multiply mo yung LCD, both sides, and then simplify. And then that's it. Ano po, while in method B, you're going to make use of the values of A, C, D, E, and F. So you can use either of these two methods kung alin yung para sa inyo kung alin para sa inyo yung easiest way in rewriting from standard form to general form. On the other hand, if we are going to rewrite from general form and then we're going to make it in standard form, there is only one method. Okay? So, hindi po natin pwedeng gamitin yung method B, which is by using the values of A, C, D, E, and F. So, um, we cannot use that method. There is only one method in rewriting from general form to standard form. That's that method is by completing the square. Okay po, by completing the square only. So yan lang yung solution or method in rewriting from general form of the equation from standard form. Okay, so let's try example number 7. Rewrite the equation of the hyperbola 4x squared minus y squared minus 8x minus 12 equals 0 in standard form. Okay, so the first thing that you are going to do is to regroup terms and transpose the constant on the other side. So we are going to regroup the terms. Okay, i-regroup lang natin yung may mga x na variable and then yung mga may y. So, isa-separate natin yung may x and yung may y. And then yung constant number na 12, ita-transpose natin sa kabila. So, let's try. So, since dalawa yung may x variable, we have 4x squared minus 8x. And then, minus, since isa lang yung y squared, just copy it, minus y squared. And then, transpose negative 12. Okay? Ita-transpose lang natin yung negative 12. So, magiging siyang positive 12. Okay? Next, factor out the numerical coefficient of x squared or y squared. So, since x squared lang naman yung nandito, sorry, kulang x. So, since x squared yung nandito, we can factor the numerical coefficient. So, ano yung common sa 4 and 8? Common nila is 4, di ba? So, i-factor out natin. Labas mo yung 4. So, ito, magiging na lang siyang x squared minus 8 divided by 4 is 2. So, 2x. And then, copy y squared is equal to 12. Next step is to do the completing the square. So, magko-completing the square tayo dito. Okay, so we have 4. Okay, x squared. Okay, so since this is negative 2, so negative 2 divide natin by negative 2. So that is 1, positive 1. And then, squared natin yung positive 1. So, squared of 1 squared is positive 1. So, therefore, mag-add 1 lang tayo dito. Okay, minus y squared equals 12. And then, para mabalance siya, mag-a-add din tayo dito. So, since 1 yung dinagdag natin dito and meron tayong 4 dyan, if you are going to multiply 4 times 1, that is 4, diba? So, therefore, ang i-add natin dito is 4. Okay? Next. Next is to factor and simplify. So, let's factor or simplify. So, since ito, we have x squared minus 2x plus 1. So, ang factor niyan is, factor natin. So, magiging siyang x minus 1 squared. Diba? So, minus, copy, y squared. 12 plus 4 is 16. And then next, divide both sides of the equation by the constant. Okay, by the constant. So, ang constant natin dito is 16, 'di ba? So, i-divide natin, divide natin by 16, lahat 'yan. 16, 16, and 16. So, simplify. So, 4 divided by 16 is 1 over 4. 'Di ba? 4, 8, 12, 16. So, 1 over 4. So, magiging siyang x minus 1 squared over 4. Minus, ito, as is na siya. So, just copy y squared over 16 equals 1. Okay? So, since naka-ano na siya, naka-standard form of the equation na siya, so therefore, ito na yung final answer niya. So, we have the quantity x minus 1 squared all over 4 minus y squared all over 16 is equal to 1. So, that's the standard form of the equation. Okay? So, let's have another example. Example 8. Rewrite the equation of the hyperbola 9y squared minus 16x squared plus 36y minus 96x plus 36 is equal to 0. So, first, we're going to regroup. Okay? I-regroup natin yung terms, regroup terms. So, lahat ng may y, i-regroup natin. And lahat ng may x, i-regroup natin. And then the constant, yung constant na 36, itatranspose natin sa kabila. So, we have 9y squared. 9y squared. Kasama niyan is 36y. Okay, 36y. Plus, we have negative 16x. Negative 16x squared minus 96x. And then yung 36, itatranspose natin sa kabila, so it will become negative 36. Okay, next, we're going to factor out the numerical coefficient. So, ano yung common sa 9 and 36? Common sa kanila is 9. Diba? So, magiging na lang tong y squared plus 36 divided by 9 is 4. 4y. And then, we're going to factor out or ilalabas natin si negative 16 kasi yan yung common dito sa negative 16 and 96. So, 16, common sa 16 and 96 is 16. So, labas na natin si 16. So, this one will become x squared na lang. Okay, plus 96 divided by 16 is 6. 6x. So, naging na po siyang positive kasi nilabas natin yung negative. Kaya naging positive yung 6x natin. Okay? Is equal to negative 36. Then, next is do the completing the square. Completing the square natin itong dalawa. So, 9y squared plus 4y. Okay? Completing the square, 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then square it. So, 2 squared is 4. So, plus 4. Minus 16. And then x squared plus 6x. And completing the square, 6 divided by 2 is 3. Diba? 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then 3 squared is 9. So, plus 9. Equals negative 36. Since nag-add tayo dito pareho, mag-a-add din po tayo sa kabila to balance. So, we're going to multiply since meron tayong numerical coefficient sa labas, i-multiply po natin dito sa in-add natin sa loob. So, 9 times 4 is positive 36. So, mag-a-add tayo ng 36 And then negative 16 times 9 is negative 144. Next, factor and simplify natin. So 9, what is the factor of y squared plus 4y plus 4? So that is y plus 2 squared minus 16 times factor of x squared plus 6x plus 9 is x plus 3 squared. And then simplify natin ito. So negative 36 plus 36, that is 0. So ang natira na lang is negative 144. Next, we're going to divide both sides by the both equation by the constant, which is negative 144. Ito yung constant number natin dyan. So, i-divide natin yan, lahat yan by negative 144. Para maging 1 na dito sa kabila. So, negative 144 and negative 144. So, let's divide 9 divided by negative 144. So, that is 1 over 16. Diba? Negative 1 over 16 since may negative dyan. So, magiging negative 1. So, eto, may imaginary 1 na siya. So, y plus 2 squared all over 16. Okay, next, negative 16 divided by negative 144. So, that is 1 over 9. So, since both negative yan, magiging na siyang addition or plus or positive. So, magiging siyang x plus 3 squared all over 9 is equal to negative 144 all over negative 144 is positive 1. Okay? So, next, since negative po yung nandito, ano po, so dapat laging positive yung nandito sa may side na to. Okay? This one, dapat lagi yung positive. So, since ang positive natin is the x variable, we are going to interchange that equation. Okay, interchange natin. So, the standard form will become x plus 3 squared over 9 minus, ito na yan, minus y plus 2 squared all over 9. Ay, sorry, all over 16 equals 1. Okay, so since naka-standard form na siya and wala na tayong ibang isi-simplify, this is the final answer. So the standard form is the quantity x plus 3 squared all over 9 minus the quantity y plus 2 squared all over 16 is equal to 1. Okay, let's have the last example. Example number 10. So this one is word problem. Okay, so cross-section of a nuclear cooling tower is in the shape of a hyperbola with equation x squared all over 30 squared minus y squared all over 44 squared is equal to 1. The tower is 150 meters tall and the distance from the top of the tower to the center of the hyperbola is half the distance from the base of the tower to the center of the hyperbola. Find the diameter of the top and base of the tower. So, anong hahanapin natin? The diameter of the top and base of the tower. Okay, so as you can see, here's the illustration. The tower is 150 meters tall. Okay, so ito siya, 150 meters tall. Okay, so this is the nuclear cooling tower. This is an example of a nuclear cooling tower in a shape of a hyperbola. Diba? Hyperbola shape siya. Okay? So, the tower is 150 meters tall and the distance from the top of the tower to the center of the hyperbola is half the distance from the base of the tower to the center of the hyperbola. So, half daw po yung distance. Half. Okay? Next, find the diameter of the top and base of the tower. Of the top and base of the tower. So, diameter po yung hinahanap since we all know na this tower, ang nasa top niyan is circle, and nasa base niyan is also circle. So, hahanapin natin yung diameter. Next, for the solution, since the distance from the top of the tower to the center of the hyperbola is half the distance from the base of the tower to the center of the hyperbola, let us consider 3y is equal to 150. Okay? 3y is equal to 150. So, magiging siya 150 divided by 3. So, y is equal to 50. Okay? So, here at the top, we have a x of 1, 50. And dito, since half siya, we have b, x squared. So, we have 100. Okay? 50 plus 50, 100. Yung nasa baba. Next. Okay? So, we have the standard form, x squared all over 30 squared minus y squared all over 44 squared is equal to 1. By applying the point A in the equation, we get, so the point A is x of 1, 50, diba? So, ang y doon is 50. So, we're just going to substitute 50 here. So, we have x squared all over 30 squared minus 50 squared all over 44 squared equals 1. So, just, okay? So, to find the value of x, we're going to to transpose 50 squared all over 44 here on the right side. So, magiging na siyang x squared all over 30 squared is equal to 1 plus 50 squared all over 44 squared. And then, expound na natin. So, magiging na tayong 1 plus 50 squared all over 44 squared. Ano po? So, we all know that 50 squared is 2,500. Okay? 2,500. So, hinanap natin dito yung LCD, which is, ang LCD niyan is 1,936. So, 1,936 divided by 1 is 1,936 times 1, kaya 1,936 yung nandito. Plus, we have 1,936 divided by 1,936 is 1 times 50 squared, which is 2,500. Okay? Next, simplify lang natin. X squared all over 30 squared is equal to 4,436 all over 1,936. Okay? So, para matanggal yung 30 squared dito sa baba. So, 30 squared, if we are going to expand 30 squared, that is equal to 900. Diba? So, para matanggal yung 30 squared dito sa baba, we are going to multiply both sides by 900. Multiply lang yan, both sides by 900. Okay, so ito, cancel na yan. That's why dito, meron na lang tayong x squared is equal to 4,436 times 900 all over 1,936. So, simplify lang natin. So, x of 1 is equal to 45.41 meters. Okay, so minultiply mo lang tong dalawa and then sinimplify. 4,436 times 900 is equal to, okay, so we have 4,436 times 900 is equal to 3,992,400 divided by 1,936. So we have here, okay, so we have here 2,062.9 19. So, since x squared yan, okay, so since x squared yan, ano po? So, we have here, okay, so if you are going to simplify this, magiging na siyang 2,062.190083. So, that is x squared. Diba? X squared is equal to 2,062.190083. So, para mahanap natin yung x, we are going to square root. Okay? Para maging x na lang yan. So, square root natin yung 2,062.19. So, the square root of that is this one. Kaya siya naging 45.41 meters. Okay? So, yan yung nasa top, diameter ng top of the tower. So, how about the base of the tower? So, the base of the tower, same lang din yung procedure na gagawin natin. By applying the point B in the equation, we get x squared all over 30 squared minus 100 squared. So, as you can see dun sa illustration, di ba? Yung nasa base, since half sila, naging na siyang 100. Okay? Naging 100 yung nasa base. Okay? So, 100 squared all over 44 squared is equal to 1. So, same procedure, sinubstitute, tinranspose din natin. So, magiging na siyang x squared all over 30 squared is equal to 1,936 plus 10,000 is equal all over 1,936. So, we have now x squared all over 30 squared is equal to 11,936 all over 1,936. So, multiply each side by 900. So, dito, nag-cancel na tayo, kaya x squared na lang dyan. So, we have now x squared is equal to 11,936 times 900 all over 1,936. Okay? So, simplify. So, we have x is equal to 74.45 meters. So, therefore, the diameter of the top is 45.41 meters and the base of the tower is 74.45 meters. Okay, so that's it for this lecture video. So I hope you fully understand now the concept of the conic section hyperbola. So thank you for watching.